An hotel, not a very fancy one, but a very nice one.
ゲストハウスで、ホテルみたいな感じですね。ちょっとしたホテルみたいな感じ。
In the kibbutz in general, we are very much, nothing is really fancy, okay?
っていうのは一般的にはあまりおしゃれじゃないっていうか、こう輝くものがあったりとかそういう豪華なものではないですけど。
The idea is not to show off, is not to show that you have money, or because this is not really important for us, okay?
そのお金を持っているとかそういうことを見せつけるっていうのがもうそもそもキブツの理念とは違うものなので、このようにシンプル言い方を変えると質素のようにいいので暮らしていける。
What is really important for us is the solidarity between the people to take care of each other, okay, to help each other. This is very important, and for example, if somebody is old, somebody is sick, somebody needs, this is when the kibbutz is very helping and very supporting. Okay? Okay, so everybody is out, it's okay, we can carry on. Okay? It's a business that we want to be successful. The guest house is a business, the dairy farm over there it's a business, the bananas, everything is organized to be a business, so it's not, there is sometimes even no combination, it's not that the dairy farm has to take the workers from the kibbutz, not necessarily.
その共同体という傍らビジネスとして乳製品があったりとか、この農業ありますね。でこれを、輸出して、そこでお金を稼いでいくっていうわけなんですけど、ビジネスの一環もあるので、例えば先ほどあった牛を育てるのがじゃあ全員キブツの一員がやらないとダメかっていうとそうでもなくて、外からも雇うこともできるってことです。
So what do you think? It can work in Japan also? The kibbutz? Can you make a kibbutz in Japan? What do you say? Don't go like this. Tell me what do you think. It's very interesting for me to know what do you think. I don't meet people from Japan all the time, by the way. Not all the time. So when I meet people from Japan, it's interesting. It's very interesting for me to understand the way you see it.
日本人がどのようにキブツを見ているかっていうのをぜひ教えてください。
Yes, what do you want to say? You want to say something? Please. Yes, say it. Come on, spit it out.
This is she thinks it's a very good idea, but for Japan right now there are still many problems.
Like what? What can make it a problem?
例えばどういう問題がありますか?
Why do you think it cannot work in Japan? What can be a problem? Why can't it work all over the world, by the way?
なんでそれが世界的に難しいのかと思いますか?
What do you think you don't like here?
例えばこのキブツの中であんまりこれは良くないなって思うこととかもありますかっていうことを聞いてますけど。
No?
日本は個人主義でこう集団でのつながりが絆が非常に今は弱くなっている。ユダヤ人はユダヤ教であったりとかその集団のつながり絆がであったりまだ国が短いというよりはみんなでこうコミュニティを作ろうと思ってキブツはできてるけども日本はもう長くもともともう国がある中で今更その集団になってつながるっていうことは非常に弱い。
So Japan is a country, it's a very long country, 2,600 years, and right now it's more like how to say it's not collectivism, right? It's more of a capitalist country, and like Israel, you have like the same many how do you say like for example. You have a very strong connection between each other.
Yeah.
Japan does have, but it's not as strong as strong. And since Japan has been a long country, about 2,000, 2,500 years, they don't feel that desperate that they need to connect together to live.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, it's not the reason why we are together. It's not because we are desperate. It's on the contrary. We enjoy the community life. We enjoy to be together. We enjoy to live together. We enjoy to do activities together. We keep the individualism, but we are also, sometimes it can be very boring to be individualist all your life. Just me and this is it. It's more interesting when you meet other people, you do activities. The children are very happy to grow like this. They are together and they are having fantastic life. So it's not because we need all the time to watch each other. We chose to live in this way because you can live any day. It's not a closed place. You can take your things and leave.
勘違いしてほしくないのは、お互いが生活をしていく上でお互い必要としてるから、絶対お互い生活していかないと生きてないような環境だからっていうことで器物をしてるんじゃなくて、お互い一緒に、生活していくことに楽しみを感じるし、お互い一緒にこのように小さい時からね、一緒に学校に行ったりとか、一緒にいろんなことをしていくことがとても楽しいからこそ自分たちで選んで器物に住んでるんだっていうことを、はい。
But it's true that the Israelis are very open people. We are not looking in, we are very much exposed, so it's in our character. This is the character of the Israeli.
ちょっとまた戻るんだけど、結局なぜ日本に馴染まないかっていうのは、ここは 100% 共産主義だとは思わないけど、共産主義的な考えに今基づいてますよね。で、世界的に見て、日本だけじゃないと思うんだけど、共産主義的な考え方でもってうまくいってるところっていうのはほとんどないわけですよね、実際としては。だから結局日本人もそこを見て、これはやっぱり難しいんじゃないかなっていう、先入観があるんじゃないですか。
In the world right now, there aren't that many countries that are doing well with the collectivism.
Yeah.
And he says one reason why it's difficult for not just Japan but the countries who have the capitalism, it's they have like a stereotype.
Communists and stuff like this.
But he says we understand that the kibbutz it's not 100% collectivism, right? You have your.
We have your private possession. We have our private bank accounts. No one is the boss, by the way. No one is the boss. This is very important. Nobody tells nobody what to do.
誰かがリーダーとしてなっていないということが非常に大事なポイントじゃないかなということです。
We took the communism and we made it something very successful. Because the communism failed in China, it failed in Soviet Union. Okay, we learned how to make it much clever and to make the people to want to live together. And this is the beautiful thing about the way that we took it from 100 years ago, and still today we are here, we are getting bigger, more people want to join. And you don't tell them this is not by the rules of government or anything. It's totally volunteer. On the opposite, we choose who to take in. No, we don't take everybody in. You understand?
で、仮に100年前にその共産主義っていうものを持ってきたけど、それを自分たちなりに改善して今この器物っていうのがある。で、自分たちの自由意志によって出入りをできる。逆に言えば器物にいる人たちもじゃあ全員を受け入れないとダメなのかっていうことかというとそうでもないと。自分たちで入れたい人入れたくない人も選べるっていうこの権利を持っているっていうことを主張したいということですね。
Okay, I want to show you the dining room. Yes, she wants to ask a question.
はい、はい。
器物入れる入れないというお試し期間みたいなのがあると思うんですけど、それはどういうふうに決めるんですか？
He says when you choose to let somebody inside the kibbutz and not inside the kibbutz, like you have like a short time of period where you actually choose it, right? He
Yes.
says how do you do it?
It's very important that if somebody wants to join the kibbutz, he has to understand what is the kibbutz. Not to come to hide from the law or to look for a refuge if you are not very successful. No, we want to know that you want to come here because you understand that this is a very different and special way of life, and we will take a time to examine you to check to see that you really fits to be living with us.
その実際に一つの、例としてそのキブツに来られる方で、例えば生活に困難を抱いている人たち、がいて、その職で、住む場所を探して来られる方もいますけど、そのキブツっていうのはそういう人たちのため、なんていうかな、どう言ったらいいですかね、そういう目的で来られる方のためじゃなくて、みんなでこう共存してやっていくっていうことを、第一主義に考えているので、そういうところをまず見ながら、その短期間、Do you know how, can you say like how much do you see if they are able to fish?
First of all, it will not be shorter than 2 or 3 years living with us.
じゃあ最低2年か3年一緒に暮らしてみて、じゃあキブツに入れるか入れないかっていうのを、その人がキブツの入ることに適しているかっていうことを見ているっていうことです。
To see that people have jobs, that people have insurance, not that you come here and we fix everything for you in your life. No, this is not the idea anymore. Okay, it's very different. Now we want to know that we take the people that can support themselves and can contribute also, not just to rely.
そのキブツに完全に頼りきる人たちじゃなくて、キブツに対しても貢献できる人たちを、選んでいるっていうことです。
Okay.
21日にちょうど、99周年を迎えたところです。
Okay, this is our birthday, and today we are starting the celebrations towards the 100 years.
来年が100周年になりますので、その100周年に向けて、今準備を進めているところです。
This is the dining room. This is where we get together to eat our meals. It's not a must. It's option. If you don't want to eat at home. This is okay.
こちらがダイニングルームになりますが、今は、その全員が全員ここで食べないといけないということにはなっておりません。もし全員と交流して食べたいという場合はこちらで食べるということです。
Most of the activities of the kibbutz will happen in the dining room.
ほとんどの、イベントなり、そういう集会とかそういうのをほとんどはこの、ダイニングルームで行われている。
You can say this is the most important building in the kibbutz.
キブツの中で一番重要な建物がこちらのダイニングルーム。
You can see that the kibbutz looks a little bit like a botanic garden. Okay, a lot of trees.
庭園のような雰囲気を漂わせる感じでありますね。
When the first people arrived here, the place was empty. There was not even one tree in the whole area.
初めてこのキブツを作った人たちが来た時は一本の木もなかった。
Okay, everything was brought and planted. You can see that the members live in accommodation, nothing very fancy, but very practical.
先ほどもありましたが、高価なものとかそういうものないですが、実用的なものが必要に合わせてあるということです。
We have everything that we need. We don't miss anything. We are very well equipped. Each houses have the air condition and the cable TVs and the internet and the kitchens and everything in there.
各家にもインターネットなりテレビなりも、あとはね、エアコンとかそういう必要最低限のものが全部揃っているということですね。
自転車なんかは個人所有ですね。
This is, for example, if you have a bicycle, that will be your bicycle.
Your bicycle.
個人所有です。
Your private bicycle, but nobody's going to take it from you. You can leave it here. If it's in the kibbutz, no one is going to touch
キ
it.
ブツの中で置いていれば誰かが盗むっていうことはまずないです。
We don't take from each other. As long as it's in the kibbutz, no
キ
problem.
ブツの中にあれさえあればそういう盗みとかそういうのは問題ない。
犯罪がもし起きたときは裁判みたいなのがあるんですか。
This is, for example, there was for example, there's a criminal, there's a case.
Okay.
Would there be like a jury kind of thing, or would it be?
No. If there is a serious criminal act, then we are part of Israel. We are not different than Israel. If it's a small stealing or something like this that you can solve inside, then it's okay.
小さいものだったら、例えば万引きとかそういうものであれば、器物内容も解決できるんでいいんですけど、例えばそれが殺人とか大きなものになってくると、それはもう国単位で、警察に来てもらって調査してもらうということになります。
We are part of Israel. We are citizens of Israel. We accept the Israeli law, of course. Our kids go to the army like all the other citizens of Israel. But we have the option in some of the things to play it a little bit different.
キブツに一員でありつつイスラエルの国民でもちろん、軍の兵器ももちろん私たちの、子供たちも行きますということですね。
Okay, the kindergartens of the children are over there.
奥の方が幼稚園になって
You
ます。
can, of course, now it's like Saturday, so the kids are at home. They are not in the kindergarten.
Okay, one question. When you have a breakfast or lunch or something, you have to pay, right?
Today in this kibbutz, we are okay. Let's make something. We decided to take a change last December.
去年の12月に、制度の、チェンジです変えましたと。
We changed a little bit. We went to be from the very much being collective to be a little bit more privatized.
去年10月にもその、集団的な、共産主義的な考え方から少しだけ個人主義的
If
なも
before
のに
the
変えま
change,
した。
if before the change, everybody used to get the same budget, equal budget. After the change, there are salaries.
OK。で去年の12月までは全員は平等に、もらえる。でただその12月以降からは、給料というものを作りました。
Okay, so we are paying for the food now. We are paying for the laundry. There is a laundry over there. We're paying fees for the community. But on this, the night to night, nobody has to pay. Not even for the beer. It's open.
Only the evening meal.
No, today. Yeah,
because-
inside the dining room you pay for the meal, but outside now with the big concert that we're going to have, you don't have to pay. Even the beer is going to be for free.
ですのでレストランとか洗濯とか今は支払い制度になっていると。ただ今日の夜みたいに新年を祝うイベントの時はもう全部無料ということですね。
Now, what you can ask me, why did you change? I will tell you that we changed because the young generation wants it a little bit different. Okay, and also economically, it is very expensive to keep the socialist idea. You need to be a very rich kibbutz in order to practice it.
なぜその制度を変えたかというと、まずその今いるキブツの若者たちが少し変えたいという願望を持ってたので、それに合わせて変えた。でもう一つは、今そのやっぱりイスラエル、物価が上がったりとかしているので、経済的に、その共産主義的なものを残すにはちょっと困難だったので、それに合わせて少し、変えましたということですね。
Now,
キブツ内では同性愛っていうのは公認されてるんですか？
Is asking, is LGBT allowed in the kibbutz?
is
LGBT, like a gay and a lesbian and
yeah, we are very open-minded people. We don't look for religion. You don't have to be Jewish to live here. We don't look for your gender. We don't look for your color. We don't look for the way you look. We want good people. So gender, absolutely no
だ
problem.
からもう宗教とかそういうものをもう一切持たず
I
に
cannot tell you about 50 years ago, but now no problem.
50年前はちょっと違ったけど今はもうオープンになった。
What about volunteers? Yeah. Maybe stay half year or
It used to be, but not anymore. It used to be in all the times. Volunteers used to come from all over the world. Now it's not so popular. We stopped with it.
Okay.
It's a little bit difficult to do it.
昔はボランティアっていう世界中各国が来てましたが今はちょっと難しくなったのでやってないですけど。
これ良かったね。聞いてよかった。
バラさんの頃ね。
私は昔はさボランティアだからね。
そうですね。
すいません。
はい。
仕事の割り振りはどうやって決めてるんですか？
Is asking how do you decide what work the member will be doing?
So today we don't decide it anymore. Everybody is free to do what he wants to do. Since now there are salaries, so the members wants to do the thing that will make the salaries bigger. If there is a job that nobody wants to do, you pay somebody from the outside to do it.
Okay.
Okay, the kibbutz is a big body, and if you cannot find somebody to work in the bananas from the kibbutz, pay somebody to do the work. As long as the bananas are being profitable, this is what's important.
今は、その自分がしたい仕事まずそれで結局その給料に応じて自分がしたい仕事を選べるので、自分がしたい仕事をします。でそれで例えばバナナ畑で働く人がいない場合は、外から、お支払いして働いてもらうっていうのをしてる。 Like before then, how did you decide?
Before, when they started in the early days, people worked most of the time in agriculture. Of course, some people needed to cook, some people needed to be teachers, some people, but there was a lot of influence being out in the fields. Nowadays, people want to choose what they want to do with their lives. And I chose not to work in the bananas, for example, or not to work in a dairy farm. I want to do what I really want to do. This is my life, and I want to live them the way I want, but still in the community. So if there is a problem, pay somebody to do the work.
なんか昔っていうのはそのキブツ内だけだったので、自分がしたくない仕事でも無理やりさせられたっていうことですね。でもそれをこの今制度変わったことによって自分が本来したいっていうことをできるので非常に良くなったっていう。
I'll tell you something. I think the secret, okay, of why it is working, why it is still working, and it's getting bigger even, is because the way you see the people, you want them to be happy, you want them to be healthy, and the idea is not bigger than the people. And this is very important because at the end, it's all about people. Okay? This is what we believe. Everything is people.
なので、なぜ今キブツが続いて今でも大きくなっていってるかっていう、彼が感じる一つのその秘密といいますかっていうのは、結局その一人一人がどう思ってるかっていうのが非常に大事ですね。そのメンバー一人一人がどういうものかってるか、それをキブツという組織が例えばその一人一人がやりたくないことをやろうってなればそれは、合わないから、うまくいかない。一人一人が、簡単に言うと全員で決めたことを、最重要視してやっていくっていうことですね。
What do you think? I told you all the secrets or not yet? You want to know more secrets?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
Please.
Like what? Ask question. What do you want to know?
もっとひどい質問してみたら。
賃金っていうのはやっぱり、自由労働っていうのは高いんですかね。
He's asking like the harder the work, for example, like going to the agriculture, the harder the work, the more money pay, or is it?
It's not like this in the world anymore. People that work very hard in the world today, these are the people that are getting paid very little. Okay? If you go and you work very hard in the bananas, you carry bunches of bananas on your shoulder all day long, you will not get a big salary.
だから重労働はもう
It doesn't work like this,
今は残
unfortunately.
念ながらそういう世界じゃないから
要するに外からの人を使ってってことですか。
So in that case, you'd be if nobody wants to do because many people want to work, there will be people coming from outside who are.
This is what you can do. Well, you find people pay. It's not a secret that many people come to work in agriculture in Israel. People from Thailand, for example.
例えばタイ
It's not a secret. Everybody knows this. Okay.
タイから多く、労働者が来てるので、そういう人たちにそういう重労働。
And by the way, it is a win-win situation because they come to work, they get paid relatively to Thailand, they get paid very high, they send money home, and when they return home, they are very wealthy people in manners of Thailand.
これはウ
Okay?
ィンウィン関係ですね。タイの、その平均的な給料ほどのもしかしたら上のものをもらって家に送金して、タイに戻った時にはそれ相応にお金を持っているっていうことになるのでウィンウィンだと思いますということですね。
What did you want to ask, please?
はい、こちらのキブツ800人の大所帯であり、すごい歴史のあるところなんですけれども、イスラエル国内他のキブツとの協力というのはあったりするんでしょうか。例えば農業技術とか組織運営とか、その今の社会に応じたそのとした制度を改革していく、そういうところでなんかコラボレーションとか参考に
He's
したり
asking,
は。
do you have like collaboration with other kibbutz? Like if it's like agriculture or anything, but do you do many things with other kibbutz?
First of all, we have a movement. We are all under big movement of the kibbutzim together. Sometimes there is joint venture between kibbutzim. I can tell you that with our neighbors, even though we are neighbors almost 100 years with them, there is not much of cooperation between us and them. Each kibbutz is individual, okay? And you can say maybe it's stupid, maybe this is because we are very proud. I don't know why. We want to have our own dining room, and they want to have their own. We want to have our own dairy farm. They want to have their own dairy farm, and so on and so on. And not too many times there is very strong relationship, but still we are supporting each other when times are getting very hard.
困難の時はお互い助けますし、ただ100% じゃあみんながこう助け合ってるかっていうとそうでもなくて、たまに例えばベンチャー同士でこうコラボレーションするっていうのはありますけど、基本的にはもう自分の、器物は自分でやっていくっていう考え方だっていうことですね。
過去に、赤字になって国からの補助があったと聞きましたけど、こちらのキブツもそういうことあったんですか？
He's asking, like in the past when it was very difficult economically for the kibbutz, did you have a time where the country had to give you some money?
Yeah, there were times when the country has an interest of supporting the kibbutzim because the kibbutzim are producing a lot, and the kibbutzim are watching the land, and the kibbutzim are, even though we are minority, we have a lot of influence on the good side of Israel, okay? In the good things, not in the bad things. And sometimes, yes, sometimes we needed some support from the government.
で過去に何回かあったんで、そのもらえる理由っていうのがやはりキブツっていうのはその少数派にはなりますが、イスラエルにとっては非常に農産物を輸出する、たくさんする。で、イスラエルのいい面ですよね。土地も守ってくれるっていうキブツが守ってくれるしっていうこのいい面があるので、国からはいつもダメな時は支援金をもらってましたっていう。
じゃあ通常は黒字である分にはないわけですね。
So if you're doing economically well, of course you won't be getting the.
No, we're paying taxes, of course.
黒字の時はもちろん税金もはいはい。
Yeah.
What about marriage problem or love?
What about
Okay,
love?
for example, you're working with some nice lady,
Yes,
and somebody's wife,
yes,
and fell in love with her.
yes.
That's what you'll do.
What do you do in Japan?
I don't know. I want to ask you, what's happening here?
I know what I'm doing. What do you do in Japan? Tell me your secrets. I will tell you mine.
Well, first you tell me your secret.
Look, what do you mean? The question if there is a married lady coming to work with me and I fall in love with her?
Yeah.
There is two options. You can take the risk and you can leave it and go away. You have to take a decision. This is in the world. This is everybody is the same in the world like this. What happens when you see a beautiful lady, even you fell in love with her? My recommendation, you want to listen to me? Don't touch it.
Yeah, once I was in the kibbutz life, yes. If they fell in love with ね、男がね、女性だったらさ、ね、枕だけ持ってね、彼女の時に行くとかさ、そういうことがあったんですよ。If this happened when I was in the kibbutz, the man fell in love with a woman or girl, and leave her wife and children, and carried a pillow, yes, and to another bed.
They walk together?
Yeah. What you did?
Yeah, this is look. You remember what I told you? Everything is about people in this world. If there were no people in this world will be not interesting.
なるほどね。
Okay?
自転車。
Very important. For me, it's very important the humankind and the human behavior. This is really what's interesting in life. And you can do movies about the birds and the trees, but it's not very interesting. People are creating interest in the world, and what you are telling me, love will never end. It will go into eternity. The stories like this, and people don't learn. I cannot tell my kids, not to do the same mistake that I made.
Did you make mistake? Wow, thank you. こうやってね、あっけらかんと言ってくれるのいいね。イスラエル人ってこういうとこなのよ。日本人だったらさ、ああって隠すけどね、こっちはもう堂々と言っちゃうね。
Of course, I made the mistakes, and sometimes I feel ashamed. Sometimes I feel that I was doing good. I was taking the right choice, and this is life. This is all about.
Yeah. Wow.
No one is perfect.
No. Yeah. Great.
Okay, this is my philosophy.
ほら、すごいね。
で何言ったんですか？
あんた彼の秘密を明かしたわけですよ。ね、そうでしょ？あれ、全然分かってなかった彼が言ってること。
わかんない。
僕は
分からなかった。
20人だけ。
He didn't understand what you said.
You didn't understand what I said, so explain to him. I said it in English. You.
私はもう
What is the question?
そちらに。
そうだからまあ女性関係でいろいろあったと。間違いやったけど、でもそれが人間だし、そういう先ほどそのバラさんの質問で、例えば他の女の人がキブツに来てその人と付き合うことになって、いろいろこういう人間のドロドロしたところありますよね。それをじゃあどうするのかっていう質問に対しても自分はそういうことをしたけど、でもそれが人間の面白さだし、それがない限りは。先ほどキブツがやっぱり人間が中心だっていうことを言ってましたけど、そういうこともあるかもしれないけど、でもそれがまた面白いんじゃないのっていうことを。
男だね。あとちょっと話を戻して、利益が出た時には多分内部留保を取ってると思うんですけど、それってだんだんとこう利益があるんだったら積み立てていくんですか？それともそんなに内部留保ってあんまり考えないんですか？
For example, this year you made a lot of profit in the kibbutz. Would you keeping the money and saving, or would you invest in something else?
Both. We will keep some money. We will invest if we can, and we also give the members if we can.
だから投資もしますけど、so you don't save it for the kibbutz, you give it to the members.
No, you save some, you deliver some to the member.
たくさん利益を得た場合は、
The members are the owners. We are like the owners of the
貯
place.
蓄もするけどメンバーにもその分配るってことですね。
It's like I have a share in the kibbutz. You understand? I've been living here all my life. I am one out of 200 members of this kibbutz. So I have 0.5% of the shares of this kibbutz right now. If the kibbutz is giving bonuses, dividends, why shouldn't I get? Okay?
でももしキブツがたくさんの利益を得てるなら、なぜその自分の一員が、例えばこのキブツ800分の1に自分がそのボーナスを得てないのかっていう不満が起きるので、その多くの利益が出た時はもちろんキブツのメンバーにも配布される。
Okay? All understood? So we solved the economic problems, we solved the love problems, we solved everything, so we can carry on now. Okay, so just to show you that if you look the way the kibbutz is built, you will see that all direction to the dining room. See, everything is directed. What?
He wants a question.
Yes, please.
医療保険この面がどういうふうな運営されてるかということと、NEXT 老人のどうですかね、生き方、これ生き方福祉この辺を教えてもらえる。
First is two questions. First question is how is the health insurance and that kind of stuff in the
Okay,
kibbutz?
very good, very good. We take care of the people all the way.
The kibbutz has
No, we don't have our own hospital, but we have the very good health insurance. There is a clinic, there is hospital on the mountains. Sometimes the doctor lives on the kibbutz. Health is very important for us.
キブツが運営している病院っていうのはないですけど、キブツの一員で例えばお医者さんだったりとかそういう人たちにしてもらったり、小さなクリニックみたいなものも全部できてる。で、健康保険もキブツが全部保証してるっていうことですね。で、もう一つの質問が、The one more question is what do after life? So after people finish work, right?
Yeah.
What kind of things do they do?
People do, first of all, work doesn't have to be from a certain hour to a certain hour, okay? For example, I work from home, okay? I'm making films, I'm a documentary. photographer.
仕事っていうのはその決まった営業時間っていうのがなくて、例えば彼の場合は自分の自宅で映画とかそういう写真とかそういう関連の仕事をしている。
So my office is at home, my computer is at home. This is from there I do my movies. So I don't have to show nobody what I'm doing now. Okay, this is my business. Some people go to work, come back. A lot of people have hobbies. You know what hobbies is?
Yes, of course.
People riding bicycle, people doing gymnastic, people dancing, people going to see a place. People have children, people have grandchildren, people go to the swimming pool, people walk in the fields. Everyone is free to do whatever he wants to do, and people are doing a lot of things. I cannot tell you exactly. I can tell you about myself. And I have a full week of activities. One day I go to dance. One day I go to volunteer in the police. One day I go to my girlfriend. One day I go to a restaurant. One day, every night I'm walking in the fields. For an hour I need to clean my system. Walking in the area, full life. And I'm working on my computer. I can do my movies until very late at night. This is me.
ちょっと質問ずれてしまいましたけど、もう一回この後もう一回正して聞きますけど、彼今言ってたのは例えば仕事の後とかその私生活のことなんですけど、先ほどあったように営業時間決まってないので自分の趣味とかそういうことは満喫してできるっていうことを言ってますね。No, I wanted to ask, like the people who are old.
Yes.
Like, how do you take care of the old?
We take people. Usually there are people coming from the Philippines, in Israel, and taking care of the old people. You pay them money and they are living with them, taking good care of them. This is fantastic for our people. It's fantastic for the people from the Philippines because they're getting a nice salary and they're getting very good treatment, and everybody's happy.
介護はフィリピンの方から来ていただいて、介護していただいたりとかをしていると。でこれも先ほどのタイプと同じで、フィリピンの人にとってはいい給料なんで、ウィンウィン関係だっていうことですね。
例えば年金とか日本だったらありますよね。
はいはいはい。Do you have like a pension system?
Yeah, we have pension. We have everything fixed up. And the people that are in pension, they don't have to go to work anymore. From 67, you can sit at home, do whatever you want, enjoy life. You have fixed up pension for
67歳
you.
からもらえるので、67歳から。67 right? 67歳からもらえるので、年金に加入している人たちは仕事終わってからはもう家でもらいながら楽しめる。
Look, the last sentence, I'm always saying, if it was a little bit cooler here, it was perfect paradise. The problem is a little bit hot.
Okay.
See you all
Okay.
Okay, let's go. So actually, it doesn't belong to the kibbutz, it belongs to her. She's paying rent.
なので彼女が賃貸料を払ってここに建物を借りてビジネスやってる。
Over there, usually they make chocolate. Now it's Saturday, so people don't buy it. Usually they make the chocolate over there. It smells No, not the land. You can rent and stay in an apartment. It belongs to the kibbutz. You pay rent and you live with us. This is also a possibility.
asking, was there any Japanese people who used to live in this?
Yes, there were two volunteers, two Japanese volunteers. One of them is very much, he just came to visit 2 months ago, after many years not being here. The whole kibbutz, the people that remembered him came together, and it was interesting. He's a good photographer. He lives in Japan, and he was a volunteer in the time of around. This is the guy. He's a photographer. He used to be a volunteer. He makes and he's on Facebook with the members. He makes fantastic photography. Very good photographer. Okay. And so he was here many years ago. He came more than one time.
久しぶりに1ヶ月前にみんなで集まってちょっとした放送会
אריה, תסתדרי איתם? יופי.
If you want, you need to pay first and then, okay?
先お支払いしていただいてからアイスを
キャッシャーでお金払ってから一番安いのが13セント。
Tell them that I thank them for
じゃあガイドさんちょっと別のグループがあるらしいので
Thank you very much. Thank you.